In today's episode, we'll discuss holistic success at Acuity Insights and how Acuity's commitment to our mission impacts how we operate as a team. Let's talk about holistic success. Hi everyone, I'm Anju Visen-Singh, VP of Product and Marketing at Acuity Insights. Welcome to this episode of our Holistic Success Show. Here with me today is Meegan Carlson, Senior Director of People and Culture at Acuity Insights and a very dear colleague. I'm so excited to have this conversation with you, Meegan. And, just a little bit more about Meegan. She manages the team's tasked with providing an exceptional and inclusive journey for both candidates and employees at Acuity Insights. Bringing her wealth of experience in human resources and organizational development, Meegan has played a pivotal role in driving positive culture change within our company. So welcome, Meegan, and thank you for everything you do.
Thank you so much, Anju. I'm excited to be here and talk to you, especially about holistic success, something we spend a lot of time talking about at Acuity. It feels like a part of who we are at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get right into it. Like you said, we talk a lot about holistic success at our company, and especially as it relates to higher education and future career success for students. But today we are here to talk about, what holistic success means to us, i.e., Acuity Insights, as a company, and how we live out our mission with our team. So, first of all, Meegan, what does holistic success mean to you?
Oh, I like this question. When I think about success, Anju, I think a lot of people immediately picture those big achievements, like getting into the school that you've been chasing, or landing your dream job, or hitting some big career milestone. But I think the Acuity mindset and thinking about holistic success comes from a more holistic place. It's not just about one big goal or milestone, but it's realizing that to reach your full potential, a person has to think about all kinds of areas of their life. So you don't just look at how somebody shows up in a professional sense, but also in the way that they look after themselves, their well-being, how they connect with others, how they look after their own mental and physical health. It's not an easy thing to achieve when you think about success holistically, but I would say it's probably more realistic.
Yeah, well, it's so great to see that approach, Meegan. And obviously you also bring your heart into it, so that really helps as well. So, can you tell us a little bit more about, how Acuity actually fosters that kind of success in the team?
It's kind of a combination of creating both the culture that fosters it, but also about putting policies in place to protect the culture and the folks that are inside our organization. I don't think Acuity is perfect. Like what workplace is perfect, but we work really hard to try and build an environment, foster a place that's respectful and balanced and really puts well-being in the forefront. We strive really hard to be the kind of workplace that doesn't push that hustle culture kind of mentality. We know that when people are at their best, when they're the most creative or the most productive, they're not maxed out. They're in a place where they have something left to give.
Yeah, such a great way to think about it and such a refreshing perspective. That is one of the reasons I love being on this team. So, can you talk a little bit about, our mission as a company and how that has influenced the way benefits and employee supports have been structured?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a few different ways we support our team members. One is, of course, we've got a lot of flexibility around work hours. If you're allowed as a human to fit your work in around your life instead of fitting life in around the work, it gives you the flexibility to do a lot more as a human. We also have something called Acuity Days. We fondly call them Acuity Days, and those are additional days for rest throughout the year, which is a really nice bonus. And we have self-directed vacation time, so folks can take the time off they need when they need it. But we also have this goal at Acuity to try to make sure every team member has the support they need to thrive. And that means all of their life holistically, not just at work. I think people really need to feel seen, respected, and valued. And if they get to bring their full self to work, it's when you start to see the real magic happen. I am very proud of the benefits we get to offer at Acuity, for example. We have a fantastic professional and personal development budget. It's $3,000 every year. And it's a way to recognize that growth isn't just about your job. It's about finding ways to grow as a whole person. Acutians do use this money in all kinds of different ways. Sure, we have folks that go to conferences or go to classes. But for example, I know one of our team members is using their professional development funds to take a trip to Chicago this year and get some hands-on experience with a world-class communications agency. I kind of have goosebumps. I'm excited about this one. She'll come back to us at Acuity, having had an opportunity to learn from some world-class leaders and executives with really broad experience and bring that back and implement those learnings into her role on our team. So I can tell you that we also really like to ensure all of our team members have benefits and care from day one. So if you're coming to work for us full time, you have benefits the minute you walk in the door. We have group RSP matching for our Canadian folks where RSPs are a thing. We know that those are kinds of things that support how you feel empowered to show up and do your best work and not worry. So ensuring that nobody has to wait for those kinds of details. I like to think of it as an example of our commitment to our team members and to their holistic success from day one.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Meegan. Obviously, I know all of this, and but just hearing you sort of talk about it makes me think about what a human-centered sort of approach that is. And I think for most companies, like thinking about how you retain talent, and what is it that you need to do to really make people feel like they belong and that they are valued and all of that stuff. We could all learn so much from each other, and so hopefully some of the tips that you're sharing here will also be great for some of the other organizations to sort of consider and adopt if it makes sense for them. So all of this is great, Meegan, but work life balance is not easily achievable. So what is your take on that?
I think my take in general is that work-life balance it's a misleading idea. The idea that you can actually have a separate work and life completely balanced between the two, it's just not real or authentic. Life is fluid. Sometimes work demands more of your time. You have a big deadline or something project you're really passionate about. And then other times personal matters take priority and you need to find a way to be flexible as life comes your way. And I think what we try to foster here at Acuity is a place where people don't feel guilty for stepping away when they need to handle something personal or diving deep into some of the work when they're into a project and they know there's a deadline coming or it's important to them to be able to get somewhere for the team. It's kind of about creating a culture where things are flexible, but we understand, and where success doesn't tie to the number of hours that you put in, but more about the impact that you're making and how your contributions contribute to the overall quality of the work that we're getting done together.
Yeah, yeah, like I will just say one of the things that helps me at Acuity, like really strike that work-life balance is, yeah, you're going really hard, but then you have your Acuity day that comes. And the beauty about that is that the whole company is shut down, which means, you don't have your Slack blowing up, you don't have your emails coming in. I mean, I don't know who does emails anymore, but all of the communication, all of the meetings and all of that stuff just like comes to a halt, and you don't feel bad about taking the day off because you know that others are not working either, and nor are you stressed about coming back to like a built up Slack like inbox and so on and so forth. So I really value that, and I know that again companies are struggling with what they need to do, and I would just say that this is a very exceptional thing that I find that we do at Acuity. There are so many places that give you the flex day, which you can take whenever you want and all of that stuff. And I've had those, and the impact is just not the same as when like everyone's away. You're feeling good about everyone just taking that rest before you get up and go again. So yeah, amazing. All right. So before we wrap up, Meegan, could you please share any final thoughts on how our mission or our company's mission of holistic success continues to drive your work?
Oh, Anju, I can't believe I get to say this to you as our VP of Product and Marketing. But I like that I get to bring all of this back to our vision. Imagining a world powered by everyone's full potential. This doesn't just apply to our team, our folks that we are so lucky to work with, but it also applies to our customers, the folks we partner with, and all of the learners and the professionals at the education institutions that we're connected to. We're working really hard at Acuity to create opportunities for people to thrive, but in a more holistic way. Whether it's our products or our culture internally as a company, or even the way we're interacting with the communities we're in, we're really trying hard to create spaces where people can thrive as the holistic, complicated people we all are.
That's such a great way to sum it up, Meegan. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for joining us. It's been such a great conversation on, what it really means to achieve holistic success for, the company, for us, each one of us as individuals in a really meaningful and sustainable way.
Thank you so much, Anju. It's been a real pleasure.
All right. So before we wrap up, just a reminder that we do release episodes on a regular basis. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and please don't feel shy about sharing this episode with others who you think might benefit from it. Thank you so much, and see you in the next episode.